Okay. Yes, you can start, Toastmaster.
Yes. Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Welcome you all for the 619th meeting of this Madras Toastmasters Club. For those who didn't know, Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924. The mission of the Toastmasters is to provide a mutual, supportive and positive learning experience and personal growth. There are four core values of the Toastmasters International: integrity, dedication of excellence, service to member, and respect for the individuals. There are a few ground rules to be followed. The first, I request all the speakers refrain from the speaking on table topics like sex, religions, and politics, etc. Since it's a hybrid meeting, I request you all kindly ensure those who are in online, you please put your microphone on mute so that it will not get disturbed during speaking, during the speech. I request everyone to rename their name in the following format. If it is a Toastmaster, you can mention Toastmaster Anand. If it is a guest, Ram, you can put guest hyphen Ram. Right, so that there will be no confusion during the course of the meeting. I will share two formats in the chat window, one for the member to mark their attendance, another for the guest to share their contact details, so that our VPM can reach you to clarify the doubt. Enjoy the meeting. With this, I hand over the control to the presiding officer. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand, for pitching in. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I would like to declare open the 619th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. So today we have an interesting educational session and we do have a few speeches lined up. Let's move on to the guest introduction. We have a guest who has joined us right now. Guest Suchitra, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Suchitra here. Good morning. So I also joined last week, but due to some reason, I had to disconnect in between. Sorry for that. So I would like to take up again this week.
Okay, a quick introduction about yourself and how did you...
Yeah, I work with Pfizer Pharmaceutical, and I would like to join Toastmaster to develop my communication skill and as well as my leadership skill.
Okay, that is very good. Great to know. And please do get in touch with Toastmaster Preeti for membership details, and hope you are interested in table topics as well.
Definitely. Yeah, this last time I missed it, but this time I'll definitely join that. Thank you.
Sure. I do remember last week you had joined. Okay, so Toastmaster Gayatri is today's TT Master, so you can probably give your name to her. She'll be joining in a while.
Fine. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Suchitra. Have a great time today.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, that was YouTube Live. Let's move on to today's TMOD introduction. TMOD for today is a very passionate Toastmaster and Toastmaster Muthu. So Toastmaster Muthu, I'm checking for his introduction. Okay, over to Toastmaster Muthu. I couldn't get it. Sorry, Toastmaster Muthu. Over to you.
Okay, thanks, ma'am. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, President Toastmaster Kavita, ma'am. And once again, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 619th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. So it is my privilege to welcome you all once again. So today, before we begin, Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Now, what that means, what it means. You may have to learn new skills. You may have to partner up with new people, with a lot of people. You may have to ask other people for help. But all of that is possible if you just dream big. Because dream doesn't come unless you have the capacity, you have the capability to achieve it, comes with it. So trust your dreams and dream big. Now, let us move on today's meeting. So every Toastmasters meeting has 3 segments. For the benefit of the guest, I'm explaining it. Every Toastmasters meeting has 3 segments. The first part is the prepared speech segment. The second part is table topics session. In the table topics session, TT Master will give you a topic to all the speakers in it, and they have to present this in 1 to 2 minutes. And the third part is the evaluation session, in which a set of evaluators will be evaluating the prepared speakers. As the Toastmaster of the day, it is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and theme of the day also. For today's meeting, the word of the day is mastery, which means a possession or display of a great skill or technique. So this is called mastery. So an example of using the word of the day is she achieved a complete mastery of French. And the theme of the day is motivate. Now what that means is to urge or to drive forward exertion of strong moral pressure. An example of using the word theme of the day motivate is she was motivated by a desire to help children. Now, every Toastmasters meeting has a general evaluator. So general evaluator helps the meeting to run effectively and efficiently. For today's meeting, the general evaluator is Toastmaster Manu. Toastmaster Manu is a software engineer in Tech Mahindra. She's a writer and have co-authored 5 books. Her interests are search engine optimization, physical fitness, traveling, and volunteering. Now I have asked Toastmaster Manu a couple of questions. What motivates you, and what one thing would you like to master? She said her own struggles motivates her. That is something really interesting and really motivates a lot of us. And time management is one such skill she wants to master in her life. And that is also a skill we also want to master in our life. Now I request Toastmaster Manu on screen to explain her roles and responsibilities and also her team's roles and responsibilities. Toastmaster Manu, you are on screen.
Hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Muthu, for that warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. For the benefit of our members and guests, I'm the general evaluator today, and I conduct the evaluation portion of our meeting. I'll be calling a team to assess me with giving feedback to our speakers, and will evaluate the entire meeting as well at the end. So my team has 3 main evaluators. One is timer, the other is our counter, and the other is grammarian. Today, Toastmaster Suhasini plays the role of a timer. To give an introduction of Suhasini, she's a lead engineer and she is into Toastmaster for the past 5 years. Her hobbies are reading books, playing badminton, listening music, cooking, and doing and teaching yoga. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Suhasini to read her roles and responsibilities.
It's on mute, man. It's on mute.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to play a role of timer. The role of the timer is to note down that time. For prepared speech, limit is 5 to 7. I will show green at 5 minutes, amber at 6 minutes, 7 at red minute. And for the table topic, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace period. I will show green at 1 minute, amber at 1 minute 30 seconds, 2 at red at 2 minutes. For evaluation session, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I will show green at 2 minutes, amber at 2 minutes 30 seconds, red at 3 minutes with 30-second grace period. At the end of the meeting, I will hand over the report to General Evaluator Toastmaster Manu. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhasini. Now I call upon the arc counter of the day, Toastmaster Rekha. To introduce about Toastmaster Rekha, she worked as an HR in Bangalore-based company. Currently, she is in Chennai for last 1 year. She is interested in yoga, overall health and development. Now I call upon Toastmaster Rekha to read about her roles and responsibilities.
Good morning all. Thanks for the introduction, Manu. Yeah, so today I'm playing the role of R counter. So the purpose of R counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. So the words may be inappropriate injunctions like and, well, but, so, and fillers like etc. Okay. So, and at the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report to the general evaluator. All the best to all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha. Now we go into the main section, like the grammarian part. Toastmaster Abha Janani today plays the grammarian. To tell about Abha Janani, she works at the Chennai airport. She is a huge Potterhead and her hobbies are reading and listening to music. Now I call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Abha Janani, to read her roles and responsibilities.
Morning, everyone. I am your grammarian for today. The role of a grammarian is basically to note down usage of good language, unique phrases, and also to note down any errors in the language. I'll also note the usage of the word of the day and the theme of the day. And at the end, I will be submitting my report to the general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abha Janani, for that. Now I hand over the session to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Manu, for clearly explaining your responsibilities and your team's roles and responsibilities. Now, let us move into the prepared speech segment. For today's prepared speech segment, we have two speakers. The first speaker is Toastmaster Jabastin. About Toastmaster Jabastin is currently pursuing 4th year of college. His hobbies are traveling, reading books. Now, when I asked him about what motivates you, he said being alive and having goals motivates him. That is something really interesting. Yeah, having goals and being alive are something really motivates us. Now, let me call Toastmaster Jabastin. Before that, I request his evaluator Toastmaster Saurav to explain his Toastmaster Jabastin's project objectives.
Sorry to interrupt Toastmaster Muthu. While we get his PPT ready, we can go for Toastmaster Madhupriya's speech, Muthu.
Okay. So we are moving to Toastmaster Madhupriya. So Toastmaster Madhupriya Shanmugam is a lawyer by profession. Her hobbies are writing and painting. What motivates him is, she said, watching YouTube videos of successful people motivates her. And also one thing she likes to master is public speaking skills. And that is something we also want to master. Now I request his evaluator DTM Rao sir to explain Toastmaster Madhupriya's project objectives. And over to you, DTM Rao sir.
Happy morning, Toastmaster Muthu. And Toastmaster Madhupriya is going to deliver her speech from the level 5 project, professionally speaking. The purpose of this project is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. This speech time is between 18 to 22 minutes. Time manager, Toastmaster Suhasini, please note down. For Madhupriya's speech, 18 minutes is a green, 20 minutes is amber, and 22 minutes is red.
Okay, sir.
So all the best, Toastmaster Madhupriya. Over to you.
Is my voice audible? Good morning, Toastmasters and my lovely friends. Can anyone say why we all have joined in Toastmasters? Sebastian?
To improve speaking.
Yes, to improve your speaking skills.
Leadership skills.
Leadership skills, yes. To improve public speaking and leadership skills. But why we should improve our public speaking skills? Why public speaking skills are so important to us? Why? So I'll give the answer. Public speaking is a great way in building your personal development. Communication skills play a very important role in each and every area of your life. Whether your goal is to participate in a political debate, or you wanted to become a motivational speaker, professional speaker, or you wanted to gain the confidence of an audience, public speaking will help you achieve this goal. Effective public speaking is a way more important to your career advancement. Public speaking skills indicate your creativity. They indicate your critical thinking skills. They indicate leadership qualities. They indicate professionalism. And these are the core traits in the current job market. Any one of you here have noticed that significant change in your confidence level after joining Toastmasters or after doing a couple of public speaking? Yes, yes. Overcoming the fear of public speaking or glossophobia. That is empowering, right? It gives so much of confidence. Overpowering the insecurities, encountering the insecurities that come along with public speaking. That gives you so much of confidence, so much of positivity, positive vibes. In fact, doing a lot of public speaking always reminds you that you have some valuable insights and opinion to share to this world. Am I right? Yes. People listen to you. So you have some valuable insight to share to this world. Public speaking engagements like this are good places to find like-minded people. We all are gathered here because we have same interest for public speaking, the love for language, love for public speaking. That is something that is uniting us. Public speaking is a very powerful tool. In fact, world history, when you take world history, public speaking has played a key role in a lot of non-violent activism and a game changer in world politics. Am I right? It's a very powerful tool to motivate people, make them to take action, to unite them for a common cause. Finally, public speaking improves your vocabulary. You understand, you learn to choose words for appropriate situation. Where to use which word, you understand the deep meaning, the synonyms of so many words. You know where to use which word for whom the audience. You change your usage with respect to the audience. So you learn so much of words and vocabulary drastically increases. So public speaking has been playing a great role in the field of education, the field of government, the field of business. And again, to inspire, to motivate, to persuade, to entertain people, we need to master the skill of public speaking. Am I right? Yes. So today, let's see some few tips to enhance our public speaking skills. So this is going to be an interactive session. So please watch this attentively. Tip 1, speak out. You got to speak out. Learn to convey what you feel, convey your feelings. That is very important. You You can't go and train a person in public speaking who actually don't want to speak. So the first and the most important thing is to speak out, convey a message. It's okay if you make grammatical errors. It's okay if you make incorrect pronunciation. People may laugh at you, but that's fine, absolutely fine. Nobody is perfect, and we don't expect perfection, right? So fine, let them laugh. You just ignore them. Focus on your goal. But never stop speaking. Never stop conveying what you wanted to convey. It's okay for funny pronunciation or grammatical errors, but never stop talking. So learn to convey a message. Learn to speak out. That is very important. Second, associate yourself with some public speaking forum. So we all are associated with Toastmasters International. Yes. Toastmasters International is an organization started by Ralph C. Medley in the year 1924, as said by our Santa Claus. Yes, Toastmaster Anna. So I'm a proud member of Madras Toastmasters Club. We have a lot of Toastmasters Club across the globe. And what we actually do in a Toastmasters meeting, the basic purpose of a Toastmasters meeting is to enhance your public speaking and leadership skills. So from the day one, we are trained to climb the stage. When you wanted to learn swimming, the first thing you got to do is, yes, jump into the water. Similarly, when you wanted to learn public speaking, the first thing you got to do is, yes, climb the stage. This is what we are taught in Toastmasters. Climb the stage, climb the stage, climb the stage. From the very first time I entered this hall, the first person who comes and greets us or any guest would be a table topic master. And he will come with two questions. First question, ma'am, what is your name? And second one, can I take your name for teaching? So when I first entered this hall way back in 2017, this person came to me and he asked me, what is your name? I said, Madhupriya Shanmugam. And he said, ma'am, can I take your name for TT? I said, no, I don't take tea. He said, no, it's not tea. It's TT, table topics. At that time, I don't know what this table topic is all about, so I gave my name. But the moment he called me to the stage, I was drastically hit by glossophobia. All symptoms attacked me at the same time. My heart was pounding rapidly, palpitating at a very fast rate, sweating palms, shivering legs, nervousness. I totally fumbled that day. I was not able to speak more than 2 sentences. But after giving from maybe 4 to 5 speeches from my level 3, maybe I gained confidence. I gathered that acquaintance. I gathered that courage to step onto the stage and speak out. So, to get stage exposure, connect yourself or associate yourself with some public speaking forums. That's very important. And tip number 3, read a lot of books. Books give you knowledge. They tell you the stories of great leaders, successful people, businessmen, their mantras. In public speaking, there are 2 things which are very important. 1, what you speak. 2, how you speak. I repeat, what you speak and how you speak. You have to give a content-rich speech to attract the audience. For example, if the topic given to me is success is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration, if this is the topic given to me, so I keep talking like this. See, when I was in my standard, I got only 9 marks in my English paper. My English ma'am, she called me and she told me like, you're very poor in English. You make a lot of grammatical errors. You got to work on your English. And I felt so bad because she embarrassed me in front of my classmates. And from that day on, I just worked on, I read newspaper, this, blah, 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 blah. You feel bored, right? Just think of this. If the same talk, success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, I'll just talk in another way. J.K. Rowling, when she wrote Harry Potter, she faced so many struggles. At that time, she was a divorcee, a single parent, and she had no job. She wrote the entire script in a cafeteria. She tried to commit suicide, and she was diagnosed to be clinically under depression. So facing all these, she never gave up. She did a great hard work, and finally, though the script was rejected 12 times by various publication agencies, she proved hard work will succeed. Similarly, Elon Musk, he's called the youth icon of the world, owning Tesla, owning SpaceX, PayPal, I'm sorry. So, owning so many companies, do you think he made this success in a single day? No, he faced so many failures. PayPal was considered to be one of the worst business idea of that year. Tesla initially failed to make profit. SpaceX was considered to be a failure, but he broke all the odds. And now he's called the next Steve Jobs, the next Henry Ford, the Iron Man of the world. Why so far? Take Sudha Chandran. I think everyone knows Sudha Chandran, dancer Sudha Chandran. When she was at the top of her career, dancing career, she met with an accident. Her right leg was literally amputated. But after fixing artificial legs, she came back to dancing and regained her leg back. She proved hard work turns out to be a success. So the example, these people, J.K. Rowling, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, dancers Sudha Chandran, they are examples, standing examples of the quote, success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Is it right? All are sleeping. Success is 1%. Did I say the quote right? I said it right? Okay. I just want to see whether you're not sleeping. Your success is 1%, 99%? Yeah. So now tell me, which one did you like? The first one or the second one? Second one. Because second one had so much of information about J.K. Rowling, information about Elon Musk, information about Sudha Chandran. That's the reason you like the second one better. So you need to give a content-rich speech to attract the audience. So read a lot of books, accumulate yourself with a knowledge bank. Fourth point, write your own scripts. I insist a lot on this because I don't believe in this cut, copy, paste version. Your script should come from your heart. You should learn to pen down your script. It's okay, you needn't be great authors and writers to pen down your script. Just use simple words and write what you understand. When you step onto the stage, you will be drastically hit by philosophers. So you will have sweating palms, shivering legs, your heart will be palpitating wildly. In that, it would be very difficult for you to remember your script. So there are a lot of chances for you to forget your script. But if you write your own script, you will have that story in your mind. You will have that core concept in your mind. So even if you forget a sentence, you can frame your sentence because your story or the core concept will be already in your mind. So without making a fuss or without having an embarrassing moment, you can escape from that by somehow managing to speak or give a speech. So that's why I always insist on writing your own script. So the fifth point, one of the important points, study great speakers. You should learn to study great speakers. That's your biggest guide. Even in Toastmasters, you have many DTMs, DTM Pad, DTM Raw. Absorb them carefully, keenly. Make note of their body language, how they use their arms, how they use the stage space, how they wisely avoid unnecessary forgetting, how they use humor, where they use anecdotes, where they use quotes, where they use voice modulation, and where they use the pauses just to attract the audience. And ladies and gentlemen and dear Toastmasters, this is your biggest guide. So study great speakers. Sixth point. So we've covered 5 points. So can I have a volunteer? Why are you asking me? See, don't be afraid. Yeah, you wanted to come? I think please. Your good name? I think he deserves a big round of applause. Can you just this 1 minute?
I'm Toastmaster Madhusudan. I joined Toastmasters 3 months ago.
So, how you came to know about Toastmasters?
Toastmaster. Okay, I came to know about Toastmasters from Toastmaster Deepak. He is actually a good friend of my father. So I came to meet him in a restaurant. So we talked about some extracurricular activities about playing chess and badminton. So he told me that there's a club called Toastmasters. So it'll be very helpful for you. It will improve a lot. So I decided to come and give it a try. That's how I ended up.
Super. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Why I called him is, my 6th point is, don't be afraid to climb the stage. So hats off to you, Madhusudan. So he got an opportunity to introduce himself, to talk about himself. He got an opportunity to climb the stage. So whenever you are given an opportunity to climb the stage, just grab that. Yeah? It's okay if you don't understand the topic. Tell the TT master, I don't understand the topic. It is very complicated. Give me some other topic. But don't fail to take that first step. Climb on the stage and say, even if you don't understand anything, tell that openly. But whenever you get that opportunity, please make use of it. And thanks, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Now, the 7th point and the most important point. Practice. 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 Dale Carnegie once said, a prepared speaker deserves to be confident, which means only when you prepare yourself, you can face the audience confidently, which is very true. Practice makes perfection. You stand here as a role model. You stand here as an example, inspiring people. So when you go for public speaking, when you deliver a speech, make yourself or prepare yourself so that you sound confident, you stand confident in front of the audience. That is very much important. For that, the mantra is practice. I just want to add a small thing. 2017, I joined Toastmasters. As I told you, when I was called for table topics, I'll share the topic also. My first topic in Toastmasters, whether you like vegetarian food or a non-vegetarian. Very easy topic. But I couldn't speak more than 2 sentences. I said, I'm a person who's longing for Sunday so that I can have non-veg. I love non-veg. These 2 sentences only I spoke. After that, my mind went blank, fumbled. But in 2017 table topic contest, we have 4 types of contests in Toastmasters International. Table topics, international speech, evaluation, and pre. So every year we conduct table topic contest. And in 2017, I took that effort. I took that step to participate in Toastmasters competition where I literally failed at club level. 2018, I again participated in table topic contest and I literally failed at club level. I couldn't make it in top 3. 2019, I won 2nd place in table topic contest at club level, 2nd place in table topic contest at area level. I went to division, I failed. 2020, I came second at club level. I came second at area level. I went to division. I failed. 2021. I came second at club level. I came first at area level. I went to division. I failed. 2022. I came first at club level. I came first at area level. I went to division and I won third in division. Can you see the graph? A person who was not able to speak even a word from a person making it to division. So that is the power of practice. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by saying one thing. If you can speak, you can influence. If you can influence, you can change the world. Over to Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Manu for such a motivating, enlightening, and a scintillating speech. So it was so amazing. She went flawless throughout the speech. It is not easy to go a 18-20 minute speech without any interruptions, without any flaws. Such an amazing speech. She started with why and ended with how. She said she wanted to master the public speaking, but now she explained and taught us how to master the public speaking. She said, practice, practice, and practice. So that will take us to where we want to go. So persist until you succeed. That's the message I got from her speech. Now let us move into the second speaker, Toastmaster Jebastin. As I have already given the introduction to him, I have requested his evaluator Toastmaster Saurav to share his project objectives. Toastmaster Saurav, you are on screen.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster today. So Toastmaster Sebastian is giving level 1 project introduction to vocal variety and body language in a dynamic leadership pathway. And the purpose of the project is for the member to practice using vocal variety to enhance a speech. The title of the project is Guru Nature. Over to you, Toastmaster Sebastian.
Timer, please wait while we open the PPT.
We as humans sometimes can be disconnected from ourselves, nature, and surroundings. We forget to be present, to notice our breath, to laugh, and to feel ourselves. But by doing these practices can make us more alive, happy, and fulfilled. But instead of that, in recent years, we see a lot of people resort to distractions such as using phones in order to fill this gap we all have. In this speech, let me give you points on why we should spend our time with nature, learn from it, and grasp the lesson that it teaches. Good morning to one and all. Whatever we see or experience, we have the opportunity to learn from it. Well, whatever we might learn from, nature is definitely the place we can learn the most from. We belong to nature. It is where we are from. It is us and it belongs to us. Does anyone know this place and where it is? I showed this PPT last week, the new ones. Yeah, exactly. Chernobyl. Yeah. All right. So it's Chernobyl nuclear power plant. When this nuclear power plant accident took place, the whole area was contaminated, making it uninhabitable for humans. No person could live there. But looking 40 years from the incident, it's a different place. Nature has taken over that place. At the end, no matter what we do, nature works with its own set of laws. Nature is the big person here. If we try to work against it or defeat it, we will be broken. What can we learn from it? Now this place is almost changed to a habitable place for humans. Nature has the power to heal anyone and anything. we can definitely use nature and its principles to achieve whatever we want. Let me explain how. If you look at the leaves of trees, they are abundant. Sands and beaches, they are abundant. What can we learn from? We have to always think in place of abundance, not in scarcity or competitiveness. Two. For hot, there is cold. For dark, there is light. Nature is dual. What can we learn from? We have to appreciate both the happy and sad moments in life. Third, old leaves fall from trees. For that, does the tree stop growing? What can we learn from? Everything is changing in the universe. We have to embrace change and move on. Fourth, every beautiful scenes in the world, whether it is waterfall or the mountaintop views, is difficult to reach. We have to walk, go through bends. It's a bit difficult to reach there. Nature has made it difficult to see it. What can we learn from it? Nothing good or worthwhile in life comes easy. And there are a lot of other things which we can observe, interpret, and learn from nature. Coming to our Indian culture and traditions, we have derived a lot and learned a lot from nature. Our ancient sages, for example, take yoga. Our ancient sages in India observed how the animals lived in harmony with their bodies and the environment. And they have derived a lot of yoga asanas similar to the animal postures. Our ancient sages spent a lot of time with nature, that they even found out how many years it takes for Jupiter to complete its orbit around the sun. For example, take Kumbh Mela. Takes place once in 12 years, and Jupiter completes its orbit around the sun once in 12 years. So, if they have derived a lot of these from nature, what can we spend some time with it? Finally, if you're sad, go outside. If you're happy, go outside. If you're burned out, go outside. If we practice this approach of being with nature, observing it, loving it, and learning from it, we remove all the toxicities, anxieties, and so on from ourselves, and it leaves us with purity. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Muthu, please unmute.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Toastmaster Jebastin. It's such a wonderful speech and such an informative speech. And thanks once again for reminding us all about the nature. So nature, that is where we belong to and where we are from. So it is our duty and responsibility to go with that nature. Now, I hope we had. Now we are moving into the very important session of today. It's an education session. The better speakers is, and it is going to be conducted by none other than DTM Pattabhiraman sir. He needs no introduction. The topic is controlling your fear. So he will show us how to control our fears. So let me give a quick intro about him. DTM Batsar. Batsar got 12 years of pharmaceutical marketing experience. He's been English, business English, and life skill trainer for about 14 years. He's been into Toastmasters for 16 years. He's a past president of Metas Toastmasters Club. He's fond of nature, sports, travel, colors, intellectual association, vocabulary building, and most importantly, studying people. So it's just a few of his credits, a lot more I couldn't cover. So over to you, DTM Patson. Stage is yours.
I believe this slide is visible, Muthu.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Kavita, how many are there in the hall? The total strength?
Around 13, sir.
13 plus 10 online, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 23. Because here and there a few questions I may raise so that people can interact. So good morning once again to all of you, both online and offline. Today is my best day. My best is yet to come. I'm going to deliver my best today. This is my mental coffee I drink every time before I begin my task. I am both selfish and selfless. Selfish when I said the three best. Selfless, I brought some nice energizing tonic for you. Are you ready to sip or are you ready to drink? Only requirement is you need to sit erect. The body should be in an erect form. Like, when somebody approaches you to measure your height, there is a natural erectness in the body. So energetically, you can join me and I shall lead. I am awesome. If I can get some response, great. I am awesome. I am brilliant. I am caring. I am dedicated. I am enthusiastic. I am fantabulous. The last word, some of you may be familiar. The significance of this word is yet to be recorded in many dictionaries. It's a combination of fantastic plus fabulous. Before preparation to fight against glossophobia, this is the best recipe or mantra, I can say, a Gayatri mantra to build that courage, that bravery. Awesome. That brings faith in our mind. Then we can go for preparation. First, the mental preparation, followed by the physical preparation to control our fear. So the topic in the series is control your fear. Right, one question to you. Where from fear originates? Let me make. Pardon?
From your mind.
From your mind. So what causes?
Imagination.
Imagination. False imagination. Fear is an implanted emotion in our mind. Why I say that? We are born and slowly we grow. Say after 6 months or so, as the mothers feed their baby. If the baby refuses to eat, then the mother says, if you don't eat, Sami vandu kanna kutta. Something misleading, something I would say false. It has been along with the food, this kind of emotion, fear is an emotion, it is being implanted into our system, mental system. So over a period of time, as we grow, okay, if this happens, my goodness, I will have fear. So this kind of phobia or fear is implanted more by parents and later by the society. And that becomes a roadblock when it comes to public speeches, or even sometimes people are comfortable one-to-one, one-to-two. But when it comes to one-to-many, they get some sort of unnatural fear or anxiety or tension, nervousness. So it all has begun from our birth phase itself. So when it comes to public speeches or public speaking, how does it manifest? I think Madhu also touched mumble. So fumble, mumble, grumble, tumble, like a tumbler, it rolls down, then tremble, then eventually it becomes a very horrible experience. I think many of us, the launches, the first launches, whether as a table topic speaker or an ice-breaking speaker, sometimes we ended a feeling of horrible. So this is how fear exhibits when it comes to the public addresses. Unknown situations are responsible to cause fear. Uncertainty, unknown, or unforeseen, unseen situations. Let me give one example. You are applying for you're moving from school to college. So you go and get the application from the college premises. You got the application and you fill it and you go back to the college. The entire college is pretty dark, pitch dark. So what is your feeling? Anybody? You go there with a filled in application. The entire premises is pitch dark. Anybody? Any response?
The Sunday.
It's a?
Sunday.
No, it's not a Sunday. It's a working day. You enter into the premises courageously or little bit of hesitation. There is a majority of people, there is a possibility, little bit of hesitation. It is dark. How do I go? Where do I go? And you are going there third day, it is bright. Fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. You have seen various parts of the college premises, the ground, the dining hall, the various departments, the admin. Eighth day you are going, it is pitch dark. Now tell me, Madhu, you have the guts to enter?
Yes, sir.
Because you have become familiar with the premises. Even if it is dark, still I know what is there. That is what an unknown situation to a known situation. Same thing holds good when it comes to controlling fear in public addresses or public speeches. When we visit as many times as possible to the podium, we become familiar with the situation. We become conversant with our preparation. So the initial phase, you fear the stage, but after plenty of visits over there, a day comes when the stage fears you. The audience fears you. My goodness, they fear, but they show it in the form of admiration, the continuous clapping or applause. So one important element to eliminate fear in our mind is the faith, the quality of faith or sense of faith. In my opinion, I have taken him as my role model ever since I have started knowing him from Ramakrishna Mutt when I happened to do my advanced English certification. He is a reservoir of faith. In my opinion, he is the first ambassador to the United States representing India, those 1800s, late 1800s. Till then, the Westerners thought that India is a country of superstitions, country of beggars, country of snakes. His address changed the mindset of the Westerners, particularly the Americans and the Britishers. You can recall his Chicago speech when he addressed sisters and brothers and when he shared his Indian culture and Indian wisdom. Then the Westerners came to know India is a different country. They admired him so much that they requested him to stay back. He stayed back for good some time. He used to make a lot of addresses in various fora in the United States, various parts of the United States. The youth also sometimes happened to hear his speech where he spoke about confidence, courage, conviction, faith, divinity, all those stuff. But they were not ready to purchase his thoughts or buy his thoughts. So they wanted to test him. So they organized a meeting, the youth, and requested Swami Vivekananda to address the gathering. So Swami rose up, moved over to the lectern and addressed the gathering, sharing the Indian culture, Indian wisdom, and something about very practical things, how we can build confidence, courage, and all. After 10 minutes of speech, bullet shots were fired. In fact, one bullet almost touched this earlobe. So touched this earlobe only. Even in the audience, ladies started shuddering. Some of them fainted. Some persons ran away from the hall. So there was a terrific pandemonium inside the hall for 5 minutes because of that bullets shot firing. After 5 or 10 minutes, normalcy came back and people started coming back and seated. And Swami Vivekananda continued his address speech and he concluded. While so many ran away, fainted, fell down, one person stood like a rock of Gibraltar in front of the mic, in spite of a bullet almost moving past his earlobe. Only one person. At conclusion, the youth came and said, "Sir, it was stage managed. You have been talking about courage, confidence, conviction. We wanted to test you, whether it is true, a reality, and you have proved it. While so many flew around here and there, you stood like a rock of Gibraltar." Then Swami said, "If the bullets are meant for me, even if you give me a lot of security, still I will fall a prey. I will submit, or I will become vulnerable. But if it is not meant for me, anywhere I can be a free bird. That I have the faith in God. I have the faith in me." And he also beautifully explains faith. You believe in God, but you don't believe in yourself. I call you an atheist. You believe in God, but you don't believe in yourself. I call you atheist. You may or you may not believe God, but you believe in yourself. I call you theist. I think that's a wonderful explanation. Normally, we tend to mean theist means only towards divinity. Not necessary. The divinity is within us. If I can have the full faith in me, then the courage, confidence, conviction, everything comes to me. So I have taken an example of a reservoir of faith. This person, Philippe Petit, a French fellow, everything I did after that day was a practice for my ultimate goal. He was rope walker, a rope walking between the World Trade Center towers in the United States. The moment I achieved, even the bigger challenges have become an ordinary task to me. And he says, believe and just do it. And Nike also endorses. You have a thought, you have an opinion, you have some nice concept. Do it. Don't wait for anything. Prepare and just do it. And that is what we require to control, particularly the stage fear. What are they? It is the audience that always disturbs. The moment I go on stand and look at the audience, in fact, I remember in my college days, just because I'm a Peter means who jabbers with English words. So they asked me to represent the college for the intercollegiate speech contest. I prepared to some extent. When I stood before and saw that in Pachepa's huge hall, 200 odd audience, something happened and I just ran away. It is the audience fright and the audience anxiety. How does it manifest? Audience fright and audience anxiety. Yeah, I stand before the audience. I get a feeling that I may fail or I am risking my reputation. Therefore, that frightens me. Then we tend to think that I may be criticized. People may be critical of me. Maybe the choice of words, choice of sentences, pronunciation, my body language, tone of voice. Will it be criticized by the audience? Biases. In fact, many people, even many Toastmasters even ask me, I've been wearing this lensed glass for the last 10 years. Very senior Toastmaster happened to meet me in the Tamil to launch. Do you have any eye problem? Have you joined any political party? These are all the natural biases we get upon a different habit, different behavior, a different approach. So that could also frighten us. The prejudices and biases shown by the audience. Circumstances. Is the context is not favorable to me, or this is a different kind of audience. They are all managerial audience, or highly educated, enlightened people. Or I may appear foolish in front of them because they are more educated than they are better placed. Or the content of my topic is likely to bore the audience, monotony. So these are all some assumed audience right feelings, opinions. What about the audience anxiety or the symptoms of anxiety? I think she used the word palpitation, Toastmaster Madhu. The heart rate increases and the palm sweats. Therefore, sometimes people may hold, ladies may come with kerchief in the palm, or if you have a bench, you are likely to hold it. Butterflies in the stomach, very, very popular, particularly this butterflies in the stomach. Very often you can find the first time table topics speakers, or even young, not well experienced table topics speakers. We can clearly identify there is a butterfly in his or her stomach. Fingers tremor, literally we can see. Then we have a feeling in the knees, some sort of trembling feeling. And the moment you go and stand before a huge audience, you get something called thought attack. We get heart attack, but we get thought attack. In fact, if a few of my speeches, because of certain words, have tripped me, I became blank. Of course, I managed. Management is different. But the content-rich script which I have, which I am not able to share with the audience because the mind turns blank. Certain portion of our brain becomes numb, N-U-M-B. It gets benumbed. Therefore, I am not able to recall the words. Of course, with being an experienced speaker, you can manage with your language, with your words, sentences, and all that. But as honestly speaking, as a true speaker, I have suffered some sort of blankness in my mind at that point of time. So these are the symptoms of anxiety. So what can we do? How can I eliminate? How can I drive away this fear in my mind? The one and only answer is, of course, number one, faith. I fill my mind with faith that I can do it. Number two is action. Faith is nothing but thought experience. It is my thinking to change my mindset. In modern language, they call it attitudinal re-engineering. My engineered mind suffers a fear, but I want to eliminate or drive away that fear. Therefore, I have to re-engineer my mind. Another refined word for mind is called attitude. There's a nice Dale Carnegie definition of attitude: the quality and direction of our thought process with which we react to the world. The quality and direction of our thought process with which we react to the world. World means people in the world. Like, I have a bubble top. I open it. One drop, another, one drop, one drop, one drop. Over that, it fills into the vessel. Then it becomes a vessel of water. Similarly, one thought over another thought, when it accumulates, it becomes attitude or mindset. Number one, clear purpose and constancy of purpose. Your eyes, ears, all your five senses should be constantly focusing on the purpose. What I want, how I want. So once you write down your clear purpose, the opening begins, or there is an opening for your preparation. Maybe you can even write down in one sentence, what is your purpose? Maybe I want to become a great speaker, or I want to become a great writer, or I want to become a great storyteller. I want to become a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker. I want to be a source of information to my audience. The moment the purpose is clearly drawn, there is one P between purpose and plan is called passion. Passion builds. When the passion builds, it tells you how to reduce your eating time, how to reduce your sleeping time, how to reduce your unproductive time investment or spending. Let me give a Mahabharata example. There is a place called in North Dehradun, now in Uttarakhand state. The original name of Dehradun is Drone Dun. After corruption, the word has been pronounced as Dehradun, where Drona was having his Gurukul and he was teaching, training coaching the Pandavas and Kauravas. One of his students, Arjuna, used to be a sharper one. He picks up whatever the Drona teaches that day itself, and he fulfills. That is his habit. One particular day, Drona was teaching an art in archery. That particular skill, Arjuna could not pick up that day itself. So that was really hurting him. So they returned to their huts, and Drona after supper was ready to go to bed, retire to bed. He then had some funny sound outside, was very disturbing sound. So he could not sleep. So he wanted to know what causes that sound. So he came out where he saw the personification of passion. That was Arjuna, who kept practicing the particular art in archery which he could not succeed. When the Guru asked him, "What are you doing?" "Guruji, you taught me today this. I'm not able to sleep. Unless otherwise I complete it today itself, only then I can speak." That was the power of passion. Passion drives you. Passion builds enormous fire in you. Passion ignites the flame of rivalry. Passion helps you to move ahead in spite of oddities, in spite of struggles, in spite of difficulties. The moment purpose and passion, they get wedded, married, there is a clear-cut plan. Like a blueprint, how the builders draw a blueprint. They see the building first on the blueprint, then over a period of time, they see that building on the ground. So you have a clear-cut, a blueprint in the form of plan you have. Then you start preparation. That is where in Toastmasters, they provide you a mentor, guides are there, coaches are there. So you can prepare yourself. You can go to, now the plenty of sources are available for a first-class preparation, a foolproof preparation. Then give it to your mentor, get it pruned, then the script is ready. A powerful, wonderful, a succinct, pithy messages, a content rich. I call it content richness. So that is ready. So plan, passion, so preparation I have repeated, knock off one preparation. Now it comes, 4 P's are over. You begin to practice. Practice, practice, practice. There is no substitute for effort. If effort is one side of the coin, the other side of the coin is result or award. As much as you put in your effort on one side, as much as rewards, name, fame, recognition automatically chase you. There is no substitute for practice. Sometimes we fail, as Toastmaster Madhupriya said, I think twice I went to the divisional level, I failed. So what? In fact, there is a tinge of tone in that. So what? Persistence. Perseverance or persistence is called the blood brother of success. Continue to persist. And even in the oceans, we see the rocks and all that. It is a persistence of the waves or water that melt the rock. The rock, it is a very sturdy one, strong and sturdy one, but still the rock gets molten by that persistency of waves, the waters that is fall over the rocks. The 6 P's, I offer it to you, particularly the 6 P's can be so much helpful for the beginners. Already experienced people would have been practicing this. The 6 P's: purpose, passion, plan, preparation, practice, and persistence. So today's word of the day is mastery. Am I right, Muthu? Toastmaster. Yes. So I am known to play on words. So I saw in the morning, then I could get immediately the words mystery, bravery, cavalry, and mastery. Mystery is what? Mystic. That gives some fear to me. And if I continue to live with fear, if fear resides in me, then I cannot move ahead. I cannot succeed. Then I cannot possess what I deserve to have. There comes the bravery that faith gives. The faith gives the courage. Another word for courage is bravery. For the rhyming sake, I have taken bravery instead of courage. Cavalry is armored. It's a preparation. You protect yourself. You armor yourself. The 6 P's can enable you or empower you to have that preparation, the protection, the defense. The moment you have the cavalry ready, then you are going towards the mastery. As many more number of times you come to the stage, and as many more number of times, either it is prepared speech or table topics or evaluation or any report giving or any other leadership which you come to the stage and present your thoughts, then you are slowly stepping towards that mastery. And a day come, probably you get some DTM title, you get some club winner, area winner, division winner, district winner. Why not? For ISC, you can even become the international best speaker, which is one of my intellectual ambitions. So the step from mystery towards mastery, that 6 P's can help us. So on this positive, pleasant, and productive note, I'm signing off. In case you have anything to ask, any questions, probably now 25 minutes will go over. Another 5 minutes we have. We can use it productively if at all you have any question. And finally, I boiled down to 4 E's. Equip yourself. We are a physical equipment and we have a mental equipment. Mental equipment, I fill it with fear. Physical equipment, I fill it with 6 P's. That combination empowers me. Then I begin to execute. Not necessarily in your club. You can even visit other clubs and meet new types of audiences. In fact, we have to meet various types of audiences. Then only know we are moving from comfort zone to discomfort zone. As many myriad or variety of audiences if we can address, then that mastery will be there. At any point of time, at any audience, we will be very confident, competent, and very a speaker with conviction, convincing that. Confident, competent, and convincing speaker. The moment the 3 E's combined, we excel. Excel is, we have good, better, best. Anything above best is excellence. Thanks for your rapt attention. All the best for your journey from mystery to mastery. And thank you so much. Any questions? No questions? Very good. Everything has been understood. Right. Thanks for this opportunity. I am giving back the baton to the Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, DTM sir. It's such a wonderful speech. Simply stunned us with facts, informations, motivations. Now you have showed how to master the fear. It's such one of the best speech we could ever find on how to overcome fear. So you have clearly explained it. It's a step-by-step process, how to overcome the fear, what is fear, why we get fear, where the fear comes from, and how to overcome the fear. So no words to say about this presentation. So thank you once again, sir, for enlightening us by sharing your knowledge on how to overcome our fear. Such a mastery speech from DTM Pat sir. Now we are moving into the other session. It's an important session, table topic session. So can we take a break now?
Yeah, sure, Muthu. We can go for a break. Before that, can we have a few more guests are here? So can we have a quick introduction, Muthu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a guest offline, Revati. Please come over and could you please introduce yourself? Please introduce yourself.
Hi all, I'm Renti Ashokan. I have been hearing about Toastmaster a lot, but I have never took a chance to step out of my house on a Sunday. So, but many a times I'm one among the people who were looking for what is special in me. But at one point of life, I got a chance to talk on a stage, and the moment I took the mic and spoke a few words, I felt really contented and I felt really very happy that I was able to do that. So that moment I decided that okay, something special which I got is I can talk. No, I can talk. So now, after getting married, having a kid, we lost. I mean, I lost the thought that I should work on my speaking skill. But now, at one time, I have decided to come out and to practice here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Revati, for that introduction. Looking forward to see you as a member very soon. Please do get in touch with Toastmaster Preeti, and if you're interested in table topics, please do give your name to Toastmaster Gayatri. Any guests offline? I mean online. I did see a few.
I'm here.
Yes,
This is
Suchitra, we had your introduction, right?
yeah.
Thank you so much. We do have Harihara Sudan. Are you there? Okay, he's not here now. And I did see Santosh. Guest Santosh. I guess he's not here. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the break. Toastmaster Muthu, can we have a 5 minutes or a 10 minutes break?
5 minutes break, ma'am. So.
Oh, okay, Muthu. I'll also take this opportunity to introduce him. Toastmaster Muthu is a biomedical engineer at Lotus Surgical Private Limited, Pondicherry, and his hobbies are reading, listening to audiobooks and courses, and also blogging. And he's also doing his HPL, which is a very interesting project. He's doing a great job there, and he's also doing a good job as a TMOD. So let's move on to the break. So while we socialize here, so 10 minutes, let's take 10 minutes to...
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Timer, please let us know once 10 minutes has passed.
Yeah, Suhasini will let us know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, Krishnan. You're not able to hear us?
Ma'am, it's break. Already time is up. I think Suhasini ma'am need to intimate.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Anand, you can start probably. You can hand over to Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, ma'am.
Toastmaster Muthu, the break is over. I'm handing the floor to you. You can take over.
Thanks, Kavita ma'am and Anand. So now we are moving into the most exciting and interesting session, Toastmasters. That is the table topic session, which will be conducted by Toastmaster Gayatri. And about Toastmaster Gayatri, she has experience in IT industry for more than a decade. She has interest towards making new crafts, singing, and making new recipes. She has joined as Toastmaster for personal development and also to develop her leadership skills. She has coordinated in YLP program as well. Now, when I asked her about what motivates her, she said getting it any ladder to be a good role model for her kids. So that is something motivates as well. Now, I asked her about her what one skill would she like to master. She said being patient with the kids in daily activities is really an essential skill for all the parents to master also. So now I request Toastmaster Gayatri to take charge.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu, for that warm welcome. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Good morning, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Each one of us would have got motivated in some phase of our life, at least once. As a TT Master, I'm going to give you topics, which is really simple, and it would be based on some of the personal experience of yours or on those whom you have been interacting with. The topics are really simple. Please come forward and nominate yourself. For now, I've got few volunteers. Guest Suchitra, are you there?
Yeah, hello, Mrs. Gayatri. Yes, I am. I'm here.
Yeah. So, yeah, Suchitra, the topic for you is, what do you think motivation is? Can you give me one instance where you overcame your fear by getting motivated? What do you think motivation is? Can you give me one instance where you overcame your fear by getting motivated? Yes, Suchitra, the stage is yours.
Right. Fine. Well, I think the motivation is something which will, make us come out of our comfort zone, and then and also which will make us bring our best. And fine, nothing is coming out.
No, you should just keep trying, Suchitra, because you can also share your personal experience.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you, Suchitra.
All right.
Yeah.
So next time I'll try my best.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
So next, can we have Toastmaster Anirudh?
Yes, Toastmaster Anirudh. Okay, the topic for you is, do you think fear is a hurdle that you always like to overcome? Do you think fear is a hurdle that you always like to overcome? Over to you, Toastmaster Anirudh.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for the topic. So, actually, basically, fear is something that comes to us whenever we are afraid of something that will either happen in the future or something that has already happened in the past. That is basically why fear comes. So maybe if we can live in the present moment and just go with the flow without expecting anything, I think the fear won't come, because sometimes when we join something, or when we are, for example, when we are writing an exam, we have an expectations that we need to get this many marks, like that. So when we don't reach that goal, we get disappointed. So we have the fear of failure. So basically, the fear is coming because we think it is our thought which says that this negative incident is going to happen in the future. Or we go back to the past and we think that we have committed the mistakes in the past. So we might commit the same mistake in the future. Like that, our thought goes either to the past or to the future. So that is basically why the fear is happening. Instead, we can do the activities and expect less. When we expect less, then if we get more than what we expected, then we feel happy that okay, the unexpected thing has happened. So it's really a surprise that the unexpected thing has happened, unimaginable thing has happened, like that. So so yeah, so fear, that is how we can overcome the fear. So yeah, that's the take on this topic. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. Well said on this particular topic. So next, and I have DPM Axer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So the topic for you is one thing that you mastered in your life that is keeping you successful. One thing that you mastered in your life that is keeping you successful. Toastmaster DTM Axer. Over to you, sir.
Table Topics Master, fellow members, and honored guests. One thing that I have mastered that keeps going with my successful life.
That is keeping you successful.
Keeping you. Probably the risk of boredom, because many times at the MTC I have spoken this formula. That formula is called cash principle. I know how many of you remember. In English language, alphabetically speaking, there is no a difference between phonetic sound between the letters C and K. Cat, it has the ka sound, C-A-T. K-I-T-E, kite, it has the same ka sound. That means C can be replaced by K, or vice versa. K can also be replaced by C. We are all after money. We need money to live a fulfilling life, a very comfortable life, to our family, to the family members, even to the society. Even if I want to give something to the society, particularly materials and money, I need. So which I put it in 4 letters called cash, C-A-S-H. Now I am replacing, because of the phonetic similarity, I am replacing C with K, then it becomes cash, K-A-S-H. Now comes the formula for my success, not only for my success, every success aspiring persons. K stands for knowledge, A stands for attitude, S stands for set of skills, and H stands for not hard work, but habits of regular work. If I go after these 4 elements or factors and proportionately fill with me in my action, in my thought, in my action, then I get the result in the form of success. I go after cash, then CASH, cash, comes after me. That means the cash chases me. This is my success formula, and this could be the success formula of all those success conducive or conscious person. Back to the table topics master.
Thank you, DTM Pad, for enlightening us on those words. So, yeah, next, can I call Toastmaster Jabaston? Yes, Toastmaster Jabaston, the topic for you is, do you believe in self-motivation? Is it something that helps you in difficult times? Do you believe in self-motivation? Is it something that helps you in difficult times? Toastmaster Jabaston, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for this amazing topic. So the topic which I've been given is, does sorry, could you repeat it again?
Yeah, sure. Do you believe in self-motivation? Is it something that helps you in difficult times?
Also, well, yeah, I do believe in it. There are times I like to do next. Maybe, ma'am, could you give some other topic?
Yeah, sure. Motivation and success are inseparable. What is your thought on this? Motivation and success are inseparable. What is your thought on this?
On the path to success, we all face hurdles. We all face downs, ups and downs. So in these downs, we need something as a fuel to move on. In those times, we need motivation. Motivation can be in terms of speech, or it can be in quotations or whatever. Well, yeah, motivation and success are inseparable. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jabaston. So next, can we have Toastmaster Anand? Anand, can you please unmute? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So the topic for you is, do you believe in self-motivation? Is it something that helps you in difficult times?
Okay, ma'am.
Do you believe in self-motivation? Is it something that helps you in difficult times? Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, table topic master, for giving one of the inspiring topic. Yes, there are two types of motivation. One, I can say that it is external motivation, and second thing, I can say that it is internal motivation. If you see that external motivation, one person will push to other person to act smartly. But internal motivation, on other hand, I pull myself towards to achieving my goal. See what helped me. See, I read lot some of the soft skill books whenever I traveling. Right, whenever my boss or any external stimulator get demotivated me. So these are all the readings that is stored in my memory that has motivated me to move forward. For example, see, when I joined in this pharmaceutical industry as a medical representative, so the first I undergone training program. See, my boss has pinpointed, that time the training manager has pinpointed me, your communication is very poor, your accent is very poor, you are unable to tell any technical term properly, so you are completely disqualified. But I give another 2-3 days, right? You work on it. If possible, you stay in the company, otherwise you move on. But in spite of this hurdles, the negative reinforcement, I reframed my thought process as what the Baxter has told, right, already. So that gives me a lot of energy and my motivation to read more. Finally, after 2 days, I accomplished my task. Now, what the paradigm and irony paradigm is that, say, as said, right, I undergone training. right, I was not up to the mark. But after years, the scenario has shifted. I was working in a pharmaceutical. Currently, I'm working in a pharmaceutical company as a technical trainer. That was because of my internal motivation. Over to you, the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. That was a very inspiring speech. So next, can we have guest Revati? Yeah. So the topic for you is, do you like to motivate others? How do you feel the success in others due to your motivation? The topic is, do you like to motivate others? How do you feel the success in others due to your motivation? Over to you, guest Revati.
Thank you so much for this topic. Actually, yes, motivating others, we might feel at times, no, it's a general term, right? Everybody likes to advise, everybody likes to give motivation. But the thing is, when we think on the other side, okay, there are a lot of people, they don't have anybody to just motivate them. As I was grown with only my father, I didn't had my mother since I was 4 years old. My father also was in depression. I haven't had anybody to say that you're doing good. And not, I was a person who was longing for a smile, at least a smile from my father. He could talk good to his colleagues. He could talk good to my friends even, but not to me. So at that point, I decided what the best thing I can do for others is just talk to them. No, it may not be a motivation to them, but to anyone who's longing for some sort of motivation. It may be a clap. It may be a sense of saying in a word that you're doing it good. Whether it may not be good also, but if you say you're doing it good, that person may take it as a appreciation, and he might try to be good also. So I feel that motivation is very, very important in everybody's life. And if you think it is important for you, it's our responsibility as a person on this earth to motivate other fellow members on this earth, to give them some sort of energy to move on. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Toastmaster Gayatri, can we conclude with this, or you would like to have one more topic?
Yeah, maybe just can we go with one last topic? Is Saraswati available? Toastmaster Saraswati?
Yes, she is available.
Yeah. The topic for you is, false imagination is fear. What do you think causes it? False imagination is fear. What do you think causes it? Over to you, Toastmaster Saraswati.
Thanks for this topic. Good morning, everybody. False. Can you please repeat the topic?
False imagination is fear. What do you think causes it?
False imagination is fear. What do I think causes it? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can bring my very recent personal story. I had to take up swimming classes. That's been my dream, but then I didn't get the logistics correct, so I couldn't. As I am attending office, I couldn't go to the swimming pool, take up swimming classes. Recently, I took up because the swimming pools had opened, and my office is still work from home. So when I went for this swimming classes, it's been 3 months since I've started swimming, started my classes. But then the actual swimming course is just 21 days. But then it took me 3 whole months to actually start swimming. Whereas the other people in the 21 days, within 10 or 15 days they were able to start swimming, and but whereas I could not even get into the moment I get in, everything I the my body freezes. I could not do anything. I keep telling myself, oh, nothing is going to happen. You're not going to die. People are there to help you out. And no matter what, the moment I dipped my head into the pool, I couldn't do anything at all. Recently, very recently, in fact, yesterday I overcame that, and I was able to swim a few meters, keeping my head down. So all through these days, I had this fear occupying my. I think it is imaginative, or I do not know. I still do not know what brought me so much of. So, so that is my take on this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Saraswati. So next, can we have Madhusudan, Toastmaster Madhusudan?
Sorry, ma'am, it's time. Sorry, you're running out of time.
Looks like, two more Toastmasters are interested to talk, and we have only 2 evaluations pending.
Okay, ma'am.
Can I have Toastmaster Madhusudan? Yeah, so Toastmaster Madhusudan, the topic for you is, do you like to get motivated? Do you think it is required in everyone's life? I repeat, do you like to get motivated? Do you think it is required in everyone's life? Over to you, Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Okay, I would like to start with to the path to success. There are a lot of obstacles in the way, and when we begin to when we begin to cross every obstacle, we begin to feel confident. The motivation is a tool which helps us to overcome our insecurities and makes us feel confident that we also can do. I would like to like to share a story that it's not a story; it's actually happened in 100 meters running race. I think it's in 1966 Olympics. I think so. Nobody could finish the 100 meters 100 meters race within 9.6 seconds. They thought that below 9.6 seconds is actually impossible, but one athlete from I think so from Cuba or Mexico, I think so, he was able to cross he was able to finish the 100 meters race by 9.4 seconds, while others thought that how this guy could do. They also put the faith in themselves, such if he can do, why can't we? So then many of the athletes could actually actually run the cross 100 meters within 8 seconds and also 7 seconds. It's actually, I'm trying to say is that we need to take a leap of faith. Everybody deserves to be motivated. The thing is that when the obstacles are too too heavy for us to take the burden, we need some kind of acceleration. We need some kind of push to cross the obstacles. So that's all. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. So next, can we have Toastmaster Prabhat? Yeah. So Toastmaster Prabhat, the topic for you is, what is one thing that you failed to master in life, but you still try for it? What is one thing that you failed to master in your life, but you're still trying for it? Over to you, Toastmaster Prabhat.
So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I was a studious student in the school days, even in the engineering days. But because of a small thing, which is a simple thing, even for a small kid. And that small thing was my speech. The thing is that I'm having speech issues, and because of that speech issues, I have failed in so many of the occasions. I failed in so many of the interviews and all. I can say almost 16 to 18 interviews because of my speech only. So actually, every day I used to think about my speech. I used to say I am student-wise, I am super student. I am doing everything. But speech-wise, I'm someone who can just talk a single sentence and all. But actually, after that, I've spoken with so many people, and they told me that I should go and join the Toastmaster, and I should face the fear of speaking. And if you go and face the fear of speaking again and again, your speech will improve. So actually, I'm doing it. I'm still having the issue. I'm still having that stage issue and all. My speeches are struggling for some time, but I would say in a few months I will be able to actually, I can say I'll be able to speak with people, and I can do the thing which I want to do. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat. That is something which everyone is trying in their life. And basically, I'm the one who's trying the most to get it done. So the last topic goes to guest Tanushree. Yeah, so Tanushree, the topic for you is, please share your success moment in life for which you realized that motivation was the pushing factor. Please share your success moment in life for which you realized that motivation was the pushing factor. Over to you, guest Tanushree.
Okay, thank you, Toastmasters and guests. My talk. So the best success moment in my life was when I did my first digital drawing. Well, not my first digital drawing, that was just a scribble. And I tried to write digitally. But when I first tried to draw, it didn't turn out very well. So I decided this wasn't for me. I'm going back to HTML. This all digital art is not so fun. But then I took a 7-month long break, and then I just decided to try and come back to it again because I was bored and I had nothing else to do. By that time, I had seen a few tutorials, even if I didn't try them out. So I tried to follow those tutorials, and it took me a few weeks or almost a month, but it turned out much better than my first drawing. So I tried to draw a little bit more and more, and then I decided maybe not to give up on everything. So I tried to motivate myself every time. Every time I was not doing in a good in a drawing, but not by giving success speeches like "you can do this," "you are amazing." I just sat in my bed and I started reading a book and then chewing on some snacks. And then after an hour or so, when I felt better, I just came back to the drawing and then saw everything that was wrong with it, and that worked out better for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanushree. Yeah, so with this, we are done with the table topics, and it was an awesome speech from each and every one of you. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri. So, for conducting the table talk session with a lot of enthusiasm and passion. The topics were up, and it was really well chosen topics. So, I hope a lot of guests and members had a chance to speak. Now, the Toastmaster Shuyasni has shared the voting through WhatsApp. Please kindly do vote. Now we are moving to the evaluation session for the prepared speakers, and it will be conducted by Toastmaster Manu, who is the general evaluator for today. And Toastmaster Manu, we can take control.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Muthu. That was a very flawless and awesome speech today we had. So let me start with our first evaluator. It's none other than our own Dr. DTM Trinanda Rao sir. So I would like to introduce him. He's a vivid reader and he focused more on Imbibe Santana Dharma scriptures. He's interested to go on long drives to historical temples in India. He develops a logical and analytical models as hobby in any field of interest. I would like to call upon Dr. Rao sir to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Thank you, G. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, happy afternoon, all our Toastmasters and my target speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya. First, let me congratulate Toastmaster Madhupriya for delivering well-crafted speech, connecting to the public speaking in general and Toastmasters in particular. See, whenever you are delivering a long speech in a professionally, speaker should have three important aspects. I can say there are 3 C's. First one is credibility. Second one is connecting. Third one is confidence. What is credibility? Credibility is a combination of experience and expertise. I saw Madhupriya's journey in Toastmasters for almost 1 decade, I can say. She has built her credibility, attending all meetings of Madras Toastmaster and taking the leadership roles, participating in the contests, and she has built her expertise in public speaking. And she has rightly chosen for long speech, public speaking as a core area. What is the connecting next aspect? Connecting to the audience. So that is very important. And when Madhupriya has opened the speech, she has interacted with the audience. Why you joined a Toastmasters? And why you need a public speaking? So this is the connecting to the audience, so that I think audience can connect to the speaker, and all audience, they can walk through the speaker what she is going to tell. So excellent connection in the opening. And coming to the body of the speech, she has touched upon various aspects which are very important for the public speaking. And also I appreciated, I think she has brought out very nice 7 aspects, like how to speak out, and you have to associate with the some of the forums like Toastmasters, read books, and also you have to study the great speakers' experiences, write your own content, and don't afraid, and practice. I am sure that all 7 aspects she has built over a period of time, and she has explained. Very well done. Coming to the confidence. See, confidence which will come automatically for a public speaker if you have both credibility and as well as connecting to the audience. Madhupriya, I think she is having extraordinary confidence. And when she has given any speech, whether it's table topics or a long speech, I've seen confidence in her. And also she won a lot of contests. That shows that how much she is confident as a public speaking. So all these aspects are very well done. Coming to the areas of improvements. What are the areas of improvements? Areas of improvements, I can say, she brought out some examples, but those are like a corporate guys, Elon Musk and maybe Steve Jobs or like that. Instead of that, I think she would have bought some Indian public speaking experts like Swami Vivekananda or APJ Abdul Kalam, or now current External Affairs Minister Subramanian Jaishankar. So those type of public speaking experts you would have bought, so that I think it will be connected nicely. And also, when you are giving up a long speech, you have to keep in mind what is the thin line between education session and the professional speech. I think you need to build some of the expertise in this area. Overall, I like her speech very well. Excellent screen presence, great postures and gestures, excellent voice quality. All the best, Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Thank you, DTM Rao sir, for that wonderful evaluation. It would help even us, not only Toastmaster Madhupriya, will incorporate all the points in our speeches as well. Next, we'll go to the second evaluator of the day, is Toastmaster Saurav Gupta. To introduce about him, he's working as a supply chain planner in Shell India in Mumbai. He likes to learn and listen to music. I would now call upon Toastmaster Saurav Gupta to evaluate our second speaker, Toastmaster Sebastian. Over to Toastmaster Saurav.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So great speech, Toastmaster Sebastian. Also great use of the presentation to convey your message. You started by highlighting the importance of nature by showcasing the difference which has happened at Chernobyl site in the last 40 years, and the power of nature there. Then you went on to very nicely give the lessons which we should learn from nature, like positivity. First, positivity, duality of nature, like there'll always be good and bad. Third is everything is changing, and fourth is nothing good comes easy. So these are very important points to take away from your speech. And you concluded by motivating everyone to go out in nature with these points and observe nature, love nature. I'm sure many of us who heard your speech today will be going out today on a Sunday after this session. And also you were also engaging audience very nicely. You asked questions from the audience. You were showing presentation along with your speech, and you were very comfortable on the stage, and you were using hand gestures very nicely, very comfortably. You aptly used pauses during your speech. Your pace was adequate, and you were fluent and smooth. Pronunciation also was very good. So overall, I would say very nice speech and motivating speech. And I would like to congratulate you and wish you all the best for your journey in Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh. Time is a very crucial thing in our life. So today, the timer role was handled by Toastmaster Suhasini. So now I call upon Toastmaster Suhasini for the report.
Sorry for the interruption. Timer, can you have the qualified evaluators, please? So you can include in the report also.
Toastmaster Suhasini is coming. Give her a minute.
Thank you, General Evaluator. In evaluation session, both are qualified. Let me read out my entire report. Today, for the prepared speech, Toastmaster Madhupriya took 20 minutes, 22 seconds. Toastmaster Sebastian took 5 minutes, 7 seconds. In educational session, DTM Pattabhiraman L took 27 minutes. In TT session, guest Sujitra took 1 minute, 22 seconds. Toastmaster Anirudh took 1 minute, 57 seconds. DTM Pattabhiraman L took 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Toastmaster Sebastian took 29 seconds. Toastmaster Anand took 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Guest Revati took 1 minute, 38 seconds. Toastmaster Saraswati took 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Toastmaster Madhusudanan took 1 minute, 54 seconds. Toastmaster Prabhat took 1 minute, 55 seconds. Guest Tanushree took 1 minute, 50 seconds. In evaluation session, DTM Tirunadharao took 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Toastmaster Saurabh took 2 minutes. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhasini, for that brief report. Now I call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Rekha.
Yeah, so it was pleasure to be playing the art counter role today. So I'll read out my report. So I couldn't catch fillers for TMOD and GE. TM Manu, I got 1 hour. Now for prepared speeches, I couldn't catch any fillers or interjections for TM Madhupriya and DTM Pattabhi. Speakers, Sebastian just had 1 hour. Now in terms of table topic speakers, guest Suchitra had 7 fillers, couple of speaker TM Anirudh had 5 hours fillers. DTM Pattabhi, there was no fillers or interjections. Sebastian had just 1, Anand 2, Revati, guest Revati 1, Saraswati 1, Madhusudan 6 hours. Evaluators Saurabh had around 13 hours. No fillers for DTM Srinda Rao. And sorry, one more speaker, TM Prabhat had about 5 fillers and 1 inappropriate interjection. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha, for that intricate report. Now I call upon Toastmaster Abha Janani for the grammarian report.
Good morning, everyone. We had some very interesting use of language today. So I'd like to start with the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Madhupriya, she used the word of the day once, the theme of the day twice, and words like core traits, like game changer, non-violent activism, claustrophobia, palpitation, stage exposure, and fidgeting. Toastmaster Sebastian used the word of the day once. He used words, interesting words like uninhabitable, power to heal, abundance, scarcity, embrace change, and observe, interpret, and learn. And moving on to the education session, the DTM Patzer used many interesting phrases. I'd just like to cover a few of them. First, starting off with mental coffee. It was a very nice use of phraser, energizer. The use of Rock of Gibraltar to show strength, to express strength, and words like thought attack, and ignites the flame of rivalry, intellectual ambition, blood brother of success. And moving on to table topics, Toastmaster Anirudh used phrases like live in the present moment, go with the flow. DTM Patzer used phrases like fulfilling elements, success aspiring. Toastmaster Anand used the theme of the day once, and phrases like internal motivation, pinpointed, reframed the thought process, paradigm, and up to the mark. Guest Revati used the theme of the day twice, and words like appreciation and energy. Toastmaster Saraswati used words like logistics, overcame, and Toastmaster Madhusudan used phrases like path to success, put the faith, take a leap of faith, and Toastmaster Prabhat used words like superb and face the fear. Guest Tanushri used words like not to give up, motivate myself and come back to it again. Toastmaster of the day, Muthu, used the word of the day thrice and theme of the day 4 times. And phrases and words like stimulating, persistent, enthusiasm, and well chosen. In the general evaluator used words like incorporate and crucial. In the evaluation speeches, DTM Trinidad Rao sir used words like well-crafted and phrases like credibility, connecting, and confidence, words like expertise. And Toastmaster Saurabh used the theme of the day once, and words like phrases like duality of nature, nothing good comes easy, and engaging. So overall, we had some very interesting use of words and phrases today. Thank you all. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abha Janani, for that brief report. Now it's time for the general evaluators report, and that's me. So start with today's meeting started as per the agenda, and we embarked the meeting with our tag and role players briefing about their roles and responsibilities. And we sat back and enjoyed the prepared speech session. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Madhupriya, whose speech I eagerly await all the time, was spellbound as always. And our second speaker, Toastmaster Jepastin, entertained us with a gripping speech. As adding feathers to our cap, we had a magnificent educational speech from our own DTM Pattabhiraman sir. And also, I would like to highlight our table topic session and evaluation session. Toastmaster Gayatri had a set of intriguing topics, and evaluators bolstered our communication through their valuable feedback. Overall, this was a flawless, informative, motivating, and an energetic meeting. Thank you, everyone. And over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Manu, for effectively and efficiently conducting the evaluation session and the tag reports. So the reports were excellent. So now what we have witnessed is an master performance from the master motivators of the Madras Toastmasters Club. It was an excellent and high performance from all the role players, members, and guests. And once again, kudos to you all. So what we have witnessed, them inspiring and motivational speeches from the prepared speakers, and the table topic sessions were excellent. And we had an education session by DTM Patsel that was a lot of takeaways, and we have beautifully our evaluators beautifully evaluated the prepared speakers, and the reports from general evaluator and tag role test were excellent. So now let me hand over the control to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kavita. And kudos to you all, and we had a wonderful session today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muthu, for that wonderful conducting this meeting in a very flawless way. While we were taking care of the polls, so I hope everybody has given your polls on WhatsApp. So from this week onwards, we are planning to have it on WhatsApp, because it is easier that way instead of having online and offline consolidated separately. And yeah, we had a wonderful session today. Thanks to Toastmaster Muthu for this wonderful session, and our VPE who managed to have an educational session today, and at the same time, two wonderful speakers. Thank you so much. And with that, I have the results for today very quickly today. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Madhupriya. Congratulations, Toastmaster Madhupriya. And best TT speaker goes to Toastmaster DTM Pat. Can someone please spotlight him? Okay. So the best evaluator for today is DTM Trinad Rao. And the best role player for today is, it was a tough competition, and the winner is Toastmaster Muthu. And the best tag role player for today is the grammarian, Toastmaster Apathanena. Okay, the meeting rating for today is 4.7, which is incredible. Thank you so much. Let's have the guest feedback for today. So we do
Kavita
have.
ma'am, sorry to interrupt. We
Yes,
have
Manu.
a new guest joining us in the break, Krishnan Sampath online.
Okay, great. So let's have his introduction as well as his feedback for today. Toastmaster Krishnan, I mean guest Krishnan Sampath, can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself quickly, and let's have your feedback as well.
Yeah, thanks Manu and thanks Kavita. This is Krishnan and I am working as a lead engineer in an IT industry, which is basically have automation and DevOps background. And thing which I was made to attend this Toastmaster club is I was part of interested on giving speeches among the crowds, and which I really feel it is a key aspect which should be imbibed and for anyone who wants to lead team and in getting into another aspect. So that's and when I Google through other Toastmasters club, I really witnessed incredible appreciations for this club. So which makes me more interested to uh, see what's been happening here, and I believe I may join this club soon.
Thank you so much, guest Krishnan Sampath. Yes, it is really great that you got to know about our club through online. And yes,
And another suggestion, I feel much difficulty on getting SPU point of contact for this club. I got into Instagram page and got through this well, but when I tried the contact details in the Google, which is seems it is not working. So I may suggest you to add in the website or Google search as well.
Okay, sure, sir. And I would also request Toastmaster Preeti to put her number on the chat so that today's guest will get to, or
Yeah,
anybody can put that. Yeah.
No, I just contacted Preeti, yes, through Instagram.
Okay, great. Good. Thank you so much, sir. Forward to have you as a member. Let's have guest Revati for a feedback, a quick feedback about today's session.
The session was really wonderful. As we all say, to meet like-minded people, it's definitely a great opportunity. I would like to become a member very soon.
Thank you so much. Great to hear from the guests that you want to become a member. We are one of the few clubs who have gone hybrid in this division. Do we have any more guests? Can someone help me with that? Toastmaster Manu, online. And we do have Saraswati.
Online, we have guest Sujitra ma'am.
Yes, guest Suchitra, can you please unmute yourself and give your feedback?
Hi, this was really nice, and I'll soon join this club.
Thank you so much. That was short and sweet. Any more guests? She's a Toastmaster. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the Toastmaster guests for today. We had a good feedback from the guests. With that, I would like to make a quick announcement. So we are starting with the next term and we have an election. I have already sent an email. Toastmaster Srini will be our election officer for this election, and July to December term is going to start, and please do nominate yourself. Leadership is also very important in Toastmasters apart from communication, so please do nominate yourself for different roles. So each and every role has its own learning curves and many interesting things, so please do pitch into the journey in XCOM. So that is quite interesting, and please nominate yourself. We should have more nominations to have good leaders. With that, I would like to adjourn our 619th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club with a group picture. So online, can someone take a group picture? Toastmaster Muthu, can you please take a group picture, Muthu? Or
it's not working.
okay, Toastmaster Manu. Okay, Toastmaster.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Offline people can come on stage. And online, please switch on your cameras.
Is everyone on the stage, ma'am?
Not yet, Manu. Give us a minute. You can come closer, actually. Is everyone okay? Is okay? Is everyone visible?
Say cheese, guys. Yeah, ma'am, it's taken. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manu. Thank you. Meet you all in the next meeting.